Welcome back to my YouTube channel Life Scope. In the last video we have studied definition of chromatography. Let's see the common principle of the chromatography. Molecules in a mixture when applied on the stationary phase separate from each other with the help of the mobile phase. It means the molecules which are present in the mixture, when we apply them onto the stationary phase with taking help with mobile phase, they separate from each other. Some factors are responsible for this separation of the mixture. Those are adsorption, partition, affinity, and molecular weight. For example, the molecules having more adsorption to the stationary phase, what they do? They stay longer time on the stationary phase. And the molecules having less absorption to the stationary phase, they move very fastly. By this way the components are separated, and by these reference values we can identify the compounds. And by the partition and affinity, with higher binding affinity molecules will stay longer, lower molecules which having low binding affinity move faster, like that. And same molecular weight also, the molecules which are having high molecular weight will move slow, the molecules which are having less molecular weight will move faster. On basis of these differences, the molecules are separated in using chromatographic techniques. For example, let's take a small example. For example, let's take this is a mixture. I'm taking a paper chromatography as a small example. See, this is a stationary phase. When our leaf extract or some mixture is placed on this stationary phase, when this is applied on the stationary phase, and this stationary phase is kept in a chromatographic chamber. This is chromatographic chamber. This chromatographic chamber will have a glass jar, a solvent, our stationary place inside the chromatographic chamber, and a lid. The solvent may be acetone or isopropanol, and this our paper is kept inside the solvent, little dipped into the solvent and left for some time. What happens? This solvent is absorbed by the this solvent moves across this stationary phase. While moving, what does this mobile phase do? This mobile phase will separate the components of the mixture on the stationary phase. This is the common principle of the chromatography. All types of chromatography contains two important phases called stationary phase and mobile phase. Separation of the mixture occurs because of them only and because of some factors. Working and instrumentation of each technique is specific. So while we are learning each different type of chromatographic techniques, we'll learn the working and instrumentation and the specific procedures and all the 9 aspects which we have already discussed in our first video.